Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to day 4 of the daytime vlogs. I swore I was gonna vlog last night. I was going to vlog last night. But then I watched Plathville. I finished Plathville. And I watched 2 episodes of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And I was exhausted from all of the drama. So I said, I'm just gonna lay down for a little bit. And I woke up this morning. So you get just one more daytime vlog and then I'll be back to vlogging at night. At least I hope. Oh, I don't know what is wrong. I'm becoming like a regular person. I'm going to bed at like the normal bedtime hours. Getting up at normal. Well, I'm sleeping long. I'm like sleeping like long periods of time. Well, yeah. Yeah, I am. Like 12 hours. That's a lot. There is my new lip gloss that I bought. Yesterday I got up and I cannot find this lip gloss. Yesterday I got up and what did I do yesterday? Well, I vlogged yesterday is what I did when I got up. And then I don't remember what I did afterwards. I made videos. And then my in-laws were leaving. They were supposed to leave today, but they decided they were going to leave late last night because they're driving to Texas. So, we went over there to hang out with them for just a little bit and have like Christmas with them. And so we got to see all of them. That was fun. The kids were running around. They were excited. They were showing us all their stuff, and Liliana was packing, and so, we hung out and we saw them. I'm gonna go get a Dunkin' Donuts sugar plum macchiato today. Sounds so good. And then we came home and I was hungry. I hadn't eaten all day long. So I got Taco Bell on the way home, and then I sat there. I've just like been eating like crap this week too. I mean, I'm never really that healthy of an eater, right? Like I always am pretty unhealthy, but like it just seems like this week it's been like really bad. So I got Taco Bell again, and sat there and I watched the end of Plathville because I had like 20 minutes left. And then, I'm kind of over that show. Like, I'm kind of to the point where I don't really care about it anymore. The first season was really good. The second season is kind of boring. They just kind of drag out these storylines, and there really isn't much of a story anymore because 2 of them moved out and left the farm. And, well, the 2 middle ones did. And then the 2 oldest ones are married. Ethan and Hosanna, and well, Hosanna, she's never even in the show, and Ethan and his wife are a big part of the show, but like they drag it out, kind of like, are they gonna make it, are they not gonna make it, because they're having like, you know, problems and whatever. The thing is that, like, if you watch the show, I don't know, I guess I shouldn't presume this, but how I feel about it is I want them to make it. Like, they're a neat couple, you know? And so it's not like reality TV, like you want to see, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like you're like, ooh, are they not going to make it kind of thing. It's like, I don't know, like, everybody in the show is kind of very just, like, sweet, you know? And so this turmoil that they have is just not, like, fun to watch. At first it was kind of like, this is kind of crazy, there's so many kids and they live on this huge farm, but now it's just very normal. There's not really anything. I mean, the most, like, probably the strangest thing that's happened in probably the whole season is, well, I mean, there's been a few things, but, like, Mariah got her first kiss from her boyfriend, and, like, after he kissed her, she was like, can we pray? Which I was kind of like, well, that's kind of a little strange, but maybe not to her, it's not, I don't know. So I just am kind of over that show. I don't even know that I'm going to keep on watching it. So then I started watching The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and God, it's so toxic. It's, like, so crazy. And, like I said before, I go through phases where I, like to watch The Housewives and I don't. And for some reason last night, it was just a lot for me to watch. I finally just turned it off. Alex has already watched all of them. So I finally just turned it off and went to bed. Oh man, and I fell asleep so quick. I was out. And, yeah, I don't know, maybe it's just because our bed is so comfortable. And then Alex had to go. He had a bunch of work stuff to do today. And I woke up, and Boo Radley is acting really, really weird. We have no idea what's wrong with him. Like, I picked him up, and he started crying. He was like, mm-hmm. So I don't know what it is. He and the neighbor dogs were playing probably like 2.5 weeks ago, and he kind of got caught in the middle of it a little bit, but he was fine. And because Alex was like, I panicked when that happened, and Alex was like, well, do you think it could be from that? And so I was like checking him out. I was like, he's like, if I like sitting there, like I was like checking all over to see if he was okay. I almost kind of think it's maybe he lost a tooth. Because he seemed completely fine. And I said, no, I don't know what it is. So, but like when I took him outside, he like really didn't want to go outside. And then he just wanted to like walk down to his little house. And so I said, I think we just need to keep a close eye on him this weekend. And then if on Monday, his little guy is like, still acting that way, I'll take him to the vet on Monday. I get so worried every little time something happens. Boo Radley's always kind of been like that too. That is the thing. Like, he does that crying stuff a lot, where he does this like he cries like that, and it can be anything. It can be like, if you don't move your pillow over so he has a place to sleep on the bed, he cries like that. I mean, you don't know, like, if it's something serious or if it's, you know, if he's just crying because he wants his way. Like, he'll sit there, like, he knows how to jump up on the chair where Alex, like, sits and stuff. But, like, he'll just sit there, like, and act like he doesn't know how to jump up on the chair. And then he'll go, because he wants Alex to pick him up. And then Alex will pick. It's very sweet. But at the same time, like, you don't know, like, you know, is it something more serious? And then when I'm picking him up and he's completely fine, and I'm, like, you know, touching his mouth, and his mouth is fine, and his little head and his neck, and he's not acting like he's hurt anywhere, you know, it's like, and his paws and legs and everything were fine. I was holding him yesterday while I was working on the computer, and I took this picture of his two little paws on he had his little paws on the desk, and I took it to him. Took a picture of the two little paws, and I sent it to Alex, and I said, have you ever seen such cute little paws in your whole life? It's where my aunt and uncle used to live. It seems so crazy. It's been so long. Oh man. Dunkin' Donuts is empty today. Caroline's son David wants going through. Caroline's son David wants whole bean coffee beans. And I know, because I got him for him a couple years ago at the Monn coffee shop, which is like this little small coffee shop. But the parking is kind of hard there. And I know that in one of these strip malls along here, there's like a coffee shop that I've wanted to go try. So I thought while I was driving along here today, I'd look and see. And maybe I would try that. They always show these donuts like on the menu that they have. Like they have this one that's like purple and it has like these white like snowflakes on it. They don't have any donuts that look like that in there. They always act like they do, but they like on the pictures and stuff, but their donuts don't look like that. And I think that Dunkin' Donuts, like their donuts are just okay. Like I don't think they're anything special. I think they're actually not as good as your run-of-the-mill gas station donut. I think their coffee is good, but I don't think that I don't think that their donuts are. Their hash browns are okay, but they're not like great. I've tried a lot of their food here. Their veggie egg white omelet deal. I'm looking right at it. Like I reviewed that, I think, or the power breakfast sandwich I reviewed on my channel. And it was okay. All their stuff is just kind of okay. I don't even honestly remember what I said about it now. Could I please get a large sugar plum iced macchiato, please?
Okay. Is that enough?
That's it.
Hold on.
Is there a Dunkin' Donuts app? Do you know? Like where you can put money on your card, you know? I keep all of my receipts, you guys, in my wallet, and my receipts, I have to go through there and then I add them up. And Caroline was laughing at me this the other day. She's like, I can't believe you do that. And then I go through and I add them up and I put them in my checking account, like what all the receipts, you know? She's like, or my checkbook. And she's like, I can't believe you still have a checkbook. I said, you know what, Caroline? I said something to I started telling her about how it all started for me, because I said, I haven't bounced a check in 26 years or something like that. I bounced a check when I was like, it was before I got sober. So that was the last check that I bounced. And it was for quite a lot. And it was like an honest mistake too. And it was because I wasn't balancing my checkbook and whatever. And I didn't know what to do. And I called my dad, and my dad was like, I will rescue you out of this, this one time. He was like, but you're going to sit down with me and we're going to talk about this. And so we sat down, and he was like, always pad your account, even if it's only by 10 cents. Like, so that means like every time that you, like, see, these are things that like if you don't keep a checkbook, you wouldn't do, right? But he was like, always pad your account, which means that like you add money to it that you act like isn't there. So you wouldn't necessarily even have to do it with like just like 10 cents here or there, but you could just like, if your balance said that you had like $100 in it, you just act like you have $120 in it. Is how you could act. But it helps if you have like a checking account, like a checkbook, ledger, you know. I can't speak today. And then he was like, you know, always write down everything that you spend in your checkbook and just pad your account. So I started doing it over time. And how are you?
I'm good, are you?
Good.
Here you go, and if you
Thank
didn't
you.
save at the bottom, you can get a free donut.
Oh, okay, thank you. And so I started doing that, and I just so like I do it differently now than I used to. The way that I do it now is like like if I add up all of my receipts in my checkbook, and let's say it comes to like $120, like, well, if it comes to like 122, I'll round it up to like 121. So it's like 80 cents, you know, that I add to it. Thank you. Have a good one. And then, have you guys seen this drink? This is like my third time getting this drink. I'm like obsessed. This is what it looks like. They call it the purple coffee. Now, I will tell you, you kind of have to like mix it together a little bit, but you guys, it is so good. I was gonna say obsessed and addicted to it at the same time. But yeah, I just started doing that, and then like for a long time I did it with my bills too. Well, I still do it with my bills, depending on like if my bills are like need to be rounded up. So then what happens is you don't ever bounce a check, because even if you would get like a check wrong or forget to put one in there or whatever, over a period of time, you have so much extra in there that it just covers it for you. You know what I mean? And then typically about once a year, what I go in there and I do is, like, I'll take a month where, so then I also like have a book where I write down every bill that I have to pay. And then, I know people are like, I told Caroline, I said, I'm very organized, and she's laughing at me. I go, no, like, I'm proud of my system. Like, it took me a while to get to my system, but I'm proud of it. Then I have like a book where I keep like a list of every bill that I pay. And then once I've paid the bill, and I can tell you literally, I know when every bill is due, but I usually go in just at the beginning of the month and I pay everything except for the phone bill, because it doesn't come in until later in the month. But I go in there and like once I've paid it, I'm like, oh, there's a Yaks over there. I didn't know that. I'll cross it out. And so then once a year, typically in the summer, I'll go in, and when I know that like all of my, like everything I've paid for the month has cleared already, you know what I mean? Like when I've paid everything and it's already cleared and gone through my checking account, and I'll look at my checking account, and let's say if I have like, if it says, well, like let's say if in my checking account on my you know, my checking ledger, it says like a certain amount, and then in the online, like let's say if in my checkbook it says I have $1,000, right? But then like online, let's say if it says 2,500, but I have like kept it so close that I know exactly how much I have at any given time, so I know really realistically, like written down, I have like 1,000, so I have $1,500 over, because it does add up over time. I mean, if you think about it, like all the times that I'm putting stuff, you know, whatever, so I'll write myself a check for like $1,000. So it's not like that money just sits in there forever. Like every year I do that, and then it's kind of like I got a little bonus, you know, did you get it? But I only do that to myself, for myself, like once a year. But then that's not some nice extra money, you know, that I have. And that's what I've done since I've been sober, and I've never bounced a check. in all that time. Caroline and I were talking about, like, she's like, oh, there's a coffee place. What's that called? What coffee place is that called? Something Coffee and Bakehouse. Caroline was like, well, I think it's really sad that you have to pay so much money for a bounce check. Because, like now, a lot about my hand hurts so bad today from like sleeping with it with a fist. Like now you have to pay like $50 for like a bounce check at some banks, which is true. And she's like, I think that's so ridiculous. She's like, she was like, because a lot of people that are like bouncing checks are people that don't have a lot of money to begin with. And I said, I agree with that. I said, but that like if you cash a bounce check, you get charged as well. So like she's like, okay, but who's ultimately making the money for the air? I was kind of like, there's a lot of truth to that. But I feel like it's always kind of been that expensive. I feel like I remember it always being. Well, the reason it was so expensive for me way back when I did it was because I had like written a check. I'd written like 3 checks or something. So it wasn't just like, is that where the coffee place is? I drove by it one night when I was vlogging. No, I don't think it's in there. Maybe. But, it wasn't just like one check. It was like 3 checks, and then I was taking money out on the ATM and stuff like that. And so I just was being negligent. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this coffee, but it's like a perfect mix between like coffee and fruitiness. I don't even know how to explain it. It's so good. I'm like looking for this coffee place. I think the first one was probably the coffee one that I'm looking for. I'll go back over there and see if they have any. But Alex always laughs because I like get excited like doing the bills and like balancing my checkbook and all of that stuff. I probably get that from my grandma, who was a bookkeeper. She liked money, which is why she ended up going to prison. Oh, grandma. I wish I had known. Well, I mean, I wouldn't have asked her questions, at 13, but I wish I had known my grandma when I was like older, and I could have asked her questions like that if she would have been honest about it, Did I say it on here? I think I did, that Caroline's friend who knows how to look all this stuff up, he found this newspaper article that had our grandma in it and talked about how she had stolen thousands of dollars. That was on Halloween. Was it Halloween or Thanksgiving? I think it was Halloween. Or was it Thanksgiving? Maybe it was Thanksgiving. Did I share that on here? I feel like I did. We couldn't believe you found it so fast. One day what I should do is, maybe not on a Saturday when I'm sure it's busy, but I should vlog while I'm driving through Zionsville. And that's that little small town, that's always decorated really cute for Christmas. And then I should go into the little stores and stuff. Because I've never done that. I've never walked through Zionsville to the little stores. There's a bookstore in there that I've wanted to go to. It's like rare books. I've wanted to go in there forever. And it's supposed to be so cold later this week. Like, On Christmas Eve, it's supposed to be like 28. It's a high for the day. And on Christmas Day, it's supposed to be like 23 for a high for the day. I bought these Uggs at Nordstrom, and I probably paid too much money for them because they're not what I wanted. I just wanted like the classic Uggs, you know, that come like mid-calf, that you just throw on with jeans and stuff. And I ended up buying these leather ones that were like $100 more because they didn't have what I wanted. Like I wanted just like that sandy color one, you know, just those basic Uggs. That's what I wanted. Well, they didn't have them. They only had them in black. So I got these leather ones that zip up on the side and stuff. And I was excited about them, but I was kind of like, I still just wanted the regular ones. And so I told Alex, I said, I think I'm just going to maybe buy the regular ones too. And he was like, why would you have 2 pairs of boots that you're probably not going to wear that much? And I was like, he's probably right. Why would I, you know? And so last night when I was sitting around, I was just going through Instagram, and Justin Anderson, I don't know if you guys know who he is, but he's that hairstylist that's friends with Kristen Cavallari. I think he's so cute. His boyfriend is one of those Rhodes brothers that came out on YouTube. They're twins. They came out to their dad on the phone. They're a really nice couple. They seem like a really nice couple. And he calls his boyfriend Scoop. But they bought a house in Nashville. Their house is gorgeous. So anyway, they got a new puppy. Alex said, because Alex follows him too, and Alex was like, yeah, they got a new puppy and they named it Kevin, or he named it Kevin. And he like does all of like the blonde hair color stuff. Like he's like an expert like when it comes to like blonde, you know, like highlights and color and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, he has like this touch-up pen and everything. That he has like this huge business. But anyway, he seems like a really fun guy. But he had a pair of just the old school Uggs on with like sweatpants, and I was like, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I want. Just these old school Uggs. So when I had said something to Tanya the other night, I said, oh, I could probably just get them on Amazon. And she was like, you probably could. So I got on Amazon last night. Of course, they have every Ugg in the world. They have like an Ugg store on Amazon. So I order them Prime. They're going to be delivered on Monday. And I was like, now I have to return the other ones. Because I don't need both of the boots. And it's ridiculous for me to keep both of the boots, you know? So. But I hate returning stuff. It doesn't mix very much, is the only thing. It's starting to mix a little bit, let's see. Do you guys hate returning things? I hate it. Like with a passion. I have in the past, so stupid, like I don't really do this anymore, but just kept stuff because I didn't want to return it. Not like expensive stuff, but like a pair of jeans to like Target or something. Like I won't do that anymore. Like if I'm not gonna use it, I like return it. I was going through the basement. Well, not like the basement part, but our laundry room is down there. And I just have stacks upon stacks upon, because I was folding some laundry that I had done. It was like sweat shorts and t-shirts. And I was going through it, and I have, no lie, I mean, you guys, probably 30 plus just black Goodfellow t-shirts from Target, if not more. I mean, I have so many Goodfellow t-shirts from Target, but like specifically black ones. I have so many. But that's typically all I wear is a black t-shirt and jeans. That's like a gated community. I didn't know that. That's pretty in there. See the things you don't see at night. Because you can't see. It's called Hoosier Village, though. Oh, but those houses are kind of massive in there or something. Can you even see them? It stopped while I was trying to look at the houses in there because the houses look pretty. But you can't see in there. The way that they have it built, it's like they have this really like high kind of like hill around it. I did this video yesterday on my drama channel about Kat Von D moving to Indiana. She bought a house in Vevey, Indiana, which is crazy because I've driven by it like a lot. I was gonna try to give an accurate amount, but I don't know how many times I've driven by it. But it's by the casinos in southern Indiana, and so you drive by it, and it's down there by like all of these towns that look like they should be called one thing, but they're called something else. Like, it looks like Versailles, but they pronounce it Versailles. This is a true story, you guys. I'm telling the truth. And then it looks like Milan. They're all like these European cities. And then it looks like Milan, like M-I-L-A-N, but they pronounce it Milan. This is the truth. And it's right by there. It's by like the Batesville Coffin Company and stuff like that, which is like world famous coffin company. Most of the coffins in the United States are made there, supposedly. God, Zionsville is busy today. This is a different experience than driving through here at night. Oh, they got all their little wares out on the street, and you can just walk up and down. And yeah, this is a totally different experience during the day than it is at night. This is crazy. For those of you that like have seen it at night, like look, it's like packed. Crazy, isn't it? Everybody is out and about. What is this over here? Oh, Santa Claus. Okay, hey. You can go there and see Santa Claus. Aww. A little outside thing. It's still real cute. It'd be cuter with about a foot of snow, though. Alex recently came here and went to brunch with one of his friends. I can't remember where they went to eat brunch. I think it was back there. I think I'm gonna go when I exit around. I'm gonna go though. Oh my God, they have a wreath on every window of that house. Well, almost every window. I think when I exit around, I'm gonna go the back way, so I don't. I thought that house was for sale. I was like, if that house is for sale, I want to get a thing and see how much it is. I always wonder how much these houses are that are like right on the strip. Although my husband would never. If I said, let's move to this little small town, Zionsville, he would say, are you crazy? He'd say, no, thank you. I think, this doesn't go all the way through. No, I can see where it tees off up there, so I'm gonna have to like turn. I might have to go back through the little town. Here's the library that I would go to if I lived here. See? It's a big library. It's a nice library. Oh, it says closed to foot traffic. Digital library. Are all libraries closed right now? Indiana is backing back up again on stuff. It's prettier driving through here at night and seeing all the stuff at night. Look at this house right here. Is the one that has all the sweaters, you guys. This cracks me up. Look at that. Do you see it has all these sweaters out front? Just a guy on his front porch working on his sawmill. Making something. I'm gonna go here, behind here, and see if this will take me out this way. Before you go, girl. I have that song stuck in my head. Take me out before you go, girl. Do you remember that song? Oh my gosh. Hey, how do I get out of here now? I don't remember. Hair salon, dentist. I think I better turn because I don't know where I'm at. Dairy Queen. Where do I go? I don't know where I'm at. Oh, yes, I do. Because here's the Simplicity Funeral and Cremation Service that I just saw. That'll help me remember. Oh, that was real easy. That took me right out of town. Look at that. Easy peasy. So what are you guys doing today? Really? Oh, you are? Okay. You're just relaxing. You're gonna make macaroni and cheese for dinner? Oh my god, that sounds so good. Homemade, you say? Okay. I don't know what I want for dinner. I'm not even hungry right now. Alex and I were texting in our group text with Melissa and Jason about possibly going to dinner with them tonight or tomorrow, but we didn't really like pick a win. Pick a win or a day or a why or a how or a who. I always think it sounds like fun, but like then what happens is I get so tired. I think it's winter. Like I'm just like, I don't know. Well, I have been like laying down later and later. That's part of it too. It's like, well, some nights I guess I've been laying down at 9:30 or 10, so that's not too late. I can just see it now. I have to close down my vlog channel, and then people will be like, why did you close down your vlog channel? I'd be like, well, because I couldn't stay up late enough to vlog at night. Oh, I miss it. I like driving around at night. I like it a lot better than driving around during the day. I want to see these houses in here. I wish they didn't have it like so closed off that you couldn't see it. It's called Hoosier Village. I have never in my life heard of this place. I've never heard one person say, like I'd be like, where do you live? And they say Hoosier Village. But like you cannot just drive through it. It's gated. I wonder if I just drove through if they would let me in. No. It's like severely gated. There's some pretty massive houses in there. Unless it's like retirement area and I just can't tell, but I don't think that's what it is. I love looking at houses. So what was I saying about her living in southern Indiana? I don't even know. But those little towns that she bought that house in, those are cute little towns. I used to drive through there all the time, just like, you know, going to the casino or stuff. Those are a lot, like Indiana has a lot of those small towns. When I used to do assessments for the Department of Corrections, like I would drive to all of these small towns, you know? And, like you would literally go through towns that had like one or two max stop signs or stop lights. Isn't that crazy? Like that would be the town would be like 2 stoplights. But that's the truth. Like I mean, and that would be it. I'd be like, this is so crazy. I can't imagine like living in a town like that. I really like this lip balm that I got, this Smith's strawberry lip balm. I got it at Anthropology. Isn't it cute? But it doesn't come out very fast. Like almost at all. I wonder if it's because it's cold out. Although it's not as cold today as it was. It's 39 degrees right now. Can you believe we're so close to Christmas? I almost can't even believe it. But at the same time, it kind of feels like Christmas has been going forever. Like, I was thinking this the other day. It's like, I haven't really watched that many Christmas movies this year. And then I kind of started feeling bad about it, and I was like, God, I want to watch this, and I want to watch Smoky Mountain Christmas and Season of Miracles, and I haven't watched any of these Christmas movies this year, and then Christmas is going to be over, and I'm going to be real sad about it, which I don't think I'm going to be this year. But that's kind of how I felt, like, a day or two ago. But I have literally been listening to Christmas music since before Thanksgiving, because Tani got in the car, and she's like, not yet, I can't do it. And I was like, okay. So I've been listening to Christmas music that whole time. When I'm at home and I'm working on when I'm working on videos, I have these YouTube channels that I play that are just like 10 hours of Christmas music. Have you guys seen these channels? They play really pretty music. I don't know what the channel is, but it's like, they literally have like 20 or 30 videos on there that are all just Christmas music. And it's like heavenly Christmas music from another room. And it's like, all the titles of the videos are hilarious. And then it'll be like, oh, what's the one that starts with an A? Why can't I think of it? Like, oh, I don't know, but it'll say like, it's not ethereal because that's with an E, but, I don't know, some kind of Christmas music, but it'll, alluring Christmas music from another room. It's called From Another Room. It must be the channel. I don't know why. But, and it always has like a picture of it like snowing or something, like on this house. And it's like this like picture of like this drawing of a house, and it'll be like snowing over the picture. It's real cozy, which of course anything cozy I love, And I've been listening to this music, non-stop, you guys, now for like 6 weeks. So I feel like I have, but I haven't watched like tons of Christmas stuff. Like I haven't even watched that Christmas Chronicles 2. I really wanted to watch that. Everybody's talking about Prom, that show Prom. My dad called me the other day and he was like, you need to watch this. He was like, I'm like, I do not like musicals. My dad was like, oh, he was like, we just watched it. It's so good, you'll like it. He was like, they really let Indiana have it. And I go, yeah, because Ryan Murphy's from Indiana, Dad. He's like, well, it's kind of funny. So, Alex and I watched the preview for it. But see, we don't either one of us really like musicals, so, but we'll probably watch it. I still haven't even put up the Christmas tree yet. I'm definitely putting up the Christmas tree. I don't care if I have to put it up at 2 o'clock in the morning one of these days. I'm putting up the Christmas tree. I'm not, it's going to be up by Monday. At least that way we'll enjoy 4 days of having a Christmas tree. It's just a little Christmas tree. It takes no time to put up whatsoever. I don't know why I haven't done it yet. And every day Alex is like, you haven't put up the Christmas tree yet? I'm like, no. Well, I did buy the things for outside though, the wreath and the little Christmas bushels that Alex got for me. I love those. So those are Christmassy. I guess I've been kind of Christmassy this year. You think? You think not? What do you think? Oh. It's kind of like spitting rain outside. I like watch these like news coverages, you know, like on TV and stuff, and it'll be like upstate New York, and they'll be like another 3 feet of snow, and I'm like, why can we just not get that like just like 1 year, you know? And when I was growing up as a kid, we used to get quite a bit of snow. Like, I mean, it would be, I mean, around Christmas time, like for us to have, what is in the middle of the road here? Everybody is driving around. It's a bucket or something. Paint bucket. It would be nothing for us to have had like at least a couple inches of snow, you know, that stayed on the ground all through Christmas. And definitely in January, because it was cold, you know, it was like real cold in January. And I can remember walking to school when it would be so dark out. Today's not the first day of winter, is it? No, it's the 19th. And I can remember walking to school when it would be like so cold and frigid outside, you know. And do you hear how loud that car's radio is? They keep on playing this person on my holiday station. Her name is Lisa Adeo. I don't know who she is, but she does like all these very kind of like wispy versions of the classics, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and the Chipmunks and song. I like her though. She's pretty singer. Do you like that Lisa Adeo? I like her. I think she sings pretty. But I can remember walking to school and it would be like pitch black. Like, I mean, it was literally like it was 3 o'clock in the morning. And I can remember my mom like would say stuff. She'd like have such a hard time, like sometimes like, you know, just, okay, here you go. Here's your toast. And I would have my coat and my mittens and my gloves and my hat, I mean, all of it, you know. It was so cold. And there I was, little guy walking down the street to school. I mean, I think about that. It's so weird, you know. At the time I was 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, just, isn't that crazy? Like, I feel like today, like, I feel like we wouldn't, that was more of an era that you heard about, like, people being kidnapped and stuff like that. But the thing that's crazy to me about it is, like, I went long stretches of my walk to school without being near anybody else. Like, I would maybe see, like, another kid, like, up the street, like, a block, walking. But, like, sometimes there would be, like, groups of us, you know, that, like, I would be walking behind some kids or whatever. But typically it wasn't. I mean, all the way down my street, I was typically by myself. And, I can remember, and I don't remember being scared, but I can remember thinking that I was alone out there. Like, anybody could have come and just, like, picked me up on the side of the road, and and nobody would have seen it happening. I mean, it was pitch black. It just seems crazy to me. But we all did it, like, in our neighborhood. I can remember I stopped, like, when I got to junior high was when my mom really started taking me to school because I had to ride the bus, and I didn't. I hated the bus. Kids were ruthless in the bus. Elementary school was bad, but junior high was like, the bus was bad. I can remember my mom would drive me to school in the morning. She would put like a trench coat like over her nightgown, and she would drive me to school. Her long like Lands nightgown, you know. Where did I pass that coffee place? That coffee, let's see if they have coffee beans. Is it this place up here? I think it's this place up here. I have to go this way. Let's see if I can get some coffee beans for David. But, God, it seems so crazy to me that I used to do that. And that I wasn't afraid, too. Because I was kind of, like, afraid of, like, a scared kid. Like, I don't know, it's just crazy to me that I look back on that and I just was kind of like, here we go, let's go to school. And I would. I kind of remember enjoying it, being by myself, honestly. I swear this is where I drove by. Vanilla Bean Bakery. Was this not it? Here it is. Oh, I swear it looks closed. Lulu's Coffee and Bakehouse. Okay, I'm gonna go in here and see if they have. I'm not getting the feeling that they're gonna have any kind of special coffee in here. Oh! Yeah. I'm not getting the feeling they're gonna have any kind of special coffee. Oh my God, my battery is dying. Well, I'm gonna end it here. So, at the coffee break, Lulu's Coffee and the bakery, I'm gonna end it here. But I will be back later, and I love you guys. I hope you're having an amazing Saturday. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you, and I will see you later. Bye. Love ya!